Hard times have set in on the small rural town of Baxter Springs. With the closing of the area's largest employer, the mine, citizens were growing hungry with the lack of money to even buy themselves food. Then the local church pastor had an idea: put his little country farm to work to support his flock. This is the story of the church.
Welcome back, everyone. Back to the farm. And as you can tell, I actually had a little help from Simulation Gaming Universe. He told me that this barn I could use with the grazing mod. So now the cattle can actually just eat the grass that we have in the pen. Of course, I did notice last night that it was out, so I did have to get them more feed. But now they're fed up. But we need to get over to the pellet factory. They are out of pellets already. So get this tractor fired up and we'll meet you over there. In today's episode, I'm wanting to put in a new pallet factory. I found one that'll take these wood chips. I think that would be really good right over here. If I could just get some wood chips put in. Let's see, lower, try to get rid of that stump. And thanks to Rambo Hacker Gaming, he told me how to edit the file where I can get rid of that horrible squeak on the windmill. Chris Stewart commented saying it needed greased. I told him he could climb up there and grease it for me, but he never did it. So thankfully to Rambo, he was able to tell me how to just edit the file and get rid of that sound, because that sound was painful to hear. I played this with headphones on and it was just squeaking like crazy in my ears. So yeah, we got 4 pallets already built up. See if I can get this dropped off here. There we go. Won't take all of it, but if we have enough money, we can go ahead and buy that new pallet factory. More than one thing with our wood chips. So just making pellets. I did have some comments on the pellets are actually just an extremely compressed wood. So they compress the wood to make the pellets. So but here, let me get up here and I will try to find a good level spot to build that new pallet factory. Thinking right about in here. Don't look like it's going to mess up the ground too much. Let's get out and see. We messed it up a little bit, but I can easily smooth that out. There. Not sure where the trigger is to... Oh, right here. Storage is empty. Okay. So we can make empty pallets with wood chips, and we can't do furniture, but we can do the empty pallets. So that's what we're going to do. Looks like it takes 150 liters of the wood chips to make just 15 pallets, which that's still pretty good. For as much as we make, might as well dump this off before I level the ground. Looks like this kind of uneven there. Ooh, I even had a stump I never got rid of all the way. So we'll remove that stump. See where it takes the wood chips at. Right there. Right where it should. Alright, see if it'll take very many. I think it's going to take... It took more than it takes at the other factory, so that's good. Let me do some leveling and I'll go get some more trees chopped up back here to make more room for more stuff. Well, this should be enough wood chips to keep them going. This will probably be another 3 employees. So that'll get us up to 10 employees now we have operating on the farm. We're going to go grab the truck to be able to come up here and pick up these wood chips or wood pellets that we have already made up. Try to get some money back in the bank, which we have plenty. We also need to come out here and probably plow up another field. Since spring is just around the corner, we need to be ready for that. Let me go grab the truck and get those pellets loaded up. Well, we were able to get our first stack of pallets. So now we got 20,000 liters of wood pellets and 1 stack of pallets. So let's get over to Lizard Logistics and sell this stack of pallets. We'll bring in a little over $4,000 for that. And then we'll take the wood pellets and we will sell them at the sawmill. So let's go make some money. If this is your first time joining us, welcome in. Be sure to slap that like button so this video can get out to more of the community. Here we are at Lizard Logistics. Of course, we just have one stack of pallets for them this time. I think we'll have a lot more coming up. We've only had that factory there for maybe an hour. We've already produced one stack, so that's pretty good. Yes, $4,700. It's not bad for just some wood chips. Let me get over to the sawmill and make the big dollars. These wood pellets, they definitely make a lot of money. We might have to stop at the implement dealer on the way back and pick up a tank for our milk. You see our cattle are starting to produce some milk. Oops, drove clear off it too far, but 8,000 so far. It's really hard for me to get this truck lined up. It only likes to pull from one side or the other. I never seem to get it to take all of it. Let me unload the rest of this and see how much we make. Well, I'm not sure how much we're going to end up making. I'll have to add it up in editing because I was back and forth all over trying to get it all to get unloaded. But we're going to stop at the dealership and see if they have any kind of tank that we could load some milk into. Well, here we are. It is nothing fancy, but it will do what we need it to do. Costs us about $8,000, and it'll hold 20,000 liters. So, I mean, it'll take a while to fill it up with just 12 cows. Let's see if I can get out this way, and we'll go back to the farm, and we'll probably start mowing some of that new ground to be able to get some hay off it for our cows. We have all of our cows we need to try to feed, and want to make sure we have enough for them. I know we're using, the mod to let us use the grazing so they can actually get grass off of the pasture that they're in, but it's a pretty small pen, so they eat through it really quick. So we definitely need to get some more hay. Besides, we want to turn all that into crop ground anyhow, so we might as well mow it before we plow. Let me get back there and we will get to work on that. Here, I think I'll just be able to mow up this entire area over here, down to that, paper birch tree sticking out in the middle of the field. This will open up a lot of acres that we don't really need. What we might be able to do, what I've been wanting to do, especially after the Christmas episode, I thought it'd be really cool to put a tree farm back here and actually grow, Christmas trees. Of course, I don't want to use this big of an area, but maybe over there on our left, we get rid of a few more trees back there and open it up and plant some Christmas trees. Not sure how long they will take to grow to be ready to, cut down for Christmas time, but that'd be something fun to do for the community. Everybody get their own Christmas tree. I'm just going to connect it to what we mowed last time. One thing I would like to do, which I think we have enough money, we might actually buy a new tedder and rake. Something that'll go a little quicker. Because it takes a while to rake and ted with that little one. I like it because it does it all in once. You don't have to go across the field twice. But it is small. So, but let me get this all mowed up, and then we might go shopping again and find a new tedder. Well, I ended up with this Kubota tedder and a Pottinger rake, or windrower, whatever you want to call it. I call it rakes here in the United States, but of course we have a different design than that. You don't see too many of those here, at least in the Midwest. I'll get this Kubota back, get it all tedded up, and then we will grab probably the bigger tractor. I don't know if this one's really big enough. We'll probably have to grab the white to do the windrowing. But let me get that done, then we will collect it. We don't have a baler, so of course we'll just use our little pickup wagon and put it in our bin. This is probably a lot bigger of a rake than I really needed to go with. I thought it'd be something nice and get through the field quickly. We're gonna have to probably plant some field into grass in the future, or buy more land, maybe one of those fields across the road if they ever come up for sale. Buy one of those and put it into grass. Someday maybe we'll get more cattle, a bigger pen, an open pasture type setup. That's what we have right now, and it's working really good for us. our productions are bringing in a lot of money, so we could easily afford this type of setup. But I would like to buy or build a community center here in town to help the local youth, give them something to do on the weekends. We don't have any big towns around, so just we have to make do with what we have here. So it's a nice community, but ever since the mine closed up, there really wasn't a lot for people to do. Nobody had a lot of money left. Times were rough. But now, we've got 10 people working here, plus the hired hand that comes over and helps. He'll probably be over next month. I'm not sure if we'll have any crops ready or not, but we'll definitely have some fields to take care of for sure. But I will finish raking this and we'll start putting it in the bin. I keep looking on the used tractor market, hoping there'd be a bigger tractor come up for sale, but so far there's nothing. The only thing they have at the dealership is like a 109 horse electric tractor. Well, that's smaller than what we're using now, so that's not going to do too good. And we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We don't have any electric charge stations around here, so we're going to keep burning our diesel fuel tractors. But I would like to try to upgrade someday to maybe a 200 horse tractor, something that can pull the plow a little better. I mean, this pickup wagon here, it's a small pickup wagon, but it takes quite a little bit out of this little white. I think we're probably going to have more grass than we need, or enough more hay. So I know there's a farmer down the road. He's been needing some more feed for his cattle to get through the winter. So we'll probably take him a load. Maybe our last load we'll just run down to him and let him have. Oop, we're already full on one. So let me go top the cows off, make sure they have enough, and start putting the rest in the bin. And when we get to our last load, we'll run to the neighbor's house. Well, this is all that we had left of our hay. We're going to have over 10,000 liters, so we will run that down to the neighbor's house and drop it off in his cattle pen. And if there's anything left, I'm sure he's okay with us just putting it in his little storage building. So let's get down there and feed some cattle. Here is where Farmer Green keeps his cattle. And a pasture over here. Just drop off. They've eaten most of the grass off their pasture, so let us sit here and try to find which one they're supposed to go in. There we go. Drop all their feed off so they have something to eat. Not sure if there'll be anything left over. Put in the building or not. That looks like they're going to take it all. Well, hopefully that'll be enough to keep them fed, for the rest of the month. So let me get back, and as you can tell in the top right, snow is coming in soon in the forecast. So we're going to load up our truck with some produce and some wood pellets, and we're going to go give them to the people in town to try to keep them fed and keep their houses warm for the storm that's about to come. So we'll see you in a little bit. Try to get 4 pallets off here. Come on, one more. Get one more to load up. Be very happy. I think we'll just take it to the greenhouse in the building we have back there. There we go. And then that'll be a good place for people to come in and get what they need, get their produce, get several bags of this. Enough to survive, the rest of February at least. I know we have a lot of produce in the greenhouse. So we'll go there, and then I'm not sure where we're going to build a community center. Maybe straight ahead of us next to the furniture factory. Be a good spot. Let me get some lettuce and tomatoes loaded up. There we go. Should have some tomatoes for them. We will get this unloaded. Looks like that's full enough. Full as it wants to go. Probably because we have stuff just sitting there. It's a double stacking. Sometimes the auto load doesn't load it like I would load. But let me get up here, hop on the forklift, and start putting these in the building. Of course, the second I unstrapped them, then everything wanted to fall down. Let's see if I can try to get some of these out without spilling it all. And there goes a pallet of lettuce. Hey, it landed on the pallet. That's nice. We'll just load this all in here, then people can just come with their cars and just grab whatever they need. I like this forklift that, the manager here wanted. He wanted something to be able to load 2 at a time, and this one was available, so we grabbed it. It's a lot better than the little walk behind that he had. It was kind of rough. But let me get the rest of this unloaded into the building here, and then make sure the gate's open for everyone to come in and get whatever they need. Well, that should be enough for now. We'll just keep the greenhouse open until probably 8 o'clock tonight. People can come and take whatever they need. Hopefully they will get everything they need before the snow starts coming. I'll get back to the house and we will see you guys in the morning. Well, happy Sunday morning to you. Well, it did not snow much last night. The ground's covered in frost, but thankfully there's not a bunch of snow on the ground. So we did survive the night quite well. I'm not sure how people in town were. I know the manager up at the greenhouse said all the products were gone. They were able to get rid of all of it last night. People took the produce, people took the wood pellets for their heaters, and now we're heading into church. We had $129,807 sold yesterday. So that'll give us $12,980. So let me switch that out. So remove money, $12,980 in tithes. And we have another $10,000 now in employment expenses. That's getting high. But leaves us $155,185. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully we'll have enough money for next month to be able to put in a community center. But until next time, that should do it here on the church. My name is Brother Lawrence, and I will see you next time. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.